in spirit of Halloween, if you have some Halloween poetry, you can share with us as well. But I want to get the ball rolling, and the first tongue thread to come hit the stage is Arthur Kerms, who is a poet and musician. Give it up for Arthur!
Tonight I'm going to read a very short introductory piece, and then I'll read the main poem. And one is on the subject of vision and darkness, and the other is triumphant. It's on the theme of David and Goliath. Across the vast and solemn reaches of the night, across the vast and solemn reaches of the night, I seek the signal of a distant twinkling light, my guide, although I have nowhere to travel to, for all the pain that followed on my wings is wide. In darkness, now I see those silent, far-off flickerings. David and Goliath. With the rock of all your vision and the sling of all your will, throw what you must on through the giant that approaches you. Pierce him with what you know is true. Now walk through him into the other side. Alone you stand upon the earth. Behind him, where he was, an arch of empty rock, blown through, a phantom. He no longer sees you and will not return. Turn around, and he's gone. The land has changed. The circle of the mighty plain on all horizons holds everything that you may claim. Stride out, free these steps you never knew before. None need take the measure of your store within. Flesh, pit, verjuice, seed, or rind. For only you will choose the fruit you find. Thank you.
Give it up again for Arthur and his phantom. For those of you who don't know about tongue thread, I just want to let you guys know a little bit. There's a couple of rounds. In each round, you're allowed to do one poem, and then we take a short break, and then we come back for a second poem. So, without further ado, a new tongue thread to Mears Tavern. His name is Angel Rodriguez, our own A-Rod, right here, newbie, right in tongue thread. Gathers his paperwork, all right. Nice.
Okay, so this is literally my first time ever reading in public. So if you see this thing,
Okay.
and I chose a short one.
Yes.
This is called Stormy Weather. I just recently wrote this personal experience. As the rain descends on his tired soul, he struggles for balance as hot turns to cold. He envisions the light, sunshine, and beautiful April showers. While his darkness endures, he is one with his sorrows. His bonds are disappearing, the rusted chains break. The weakest of links enter this turmoil of pain enter heartache. He lingers in silence, appearing calm at the surface. His smile is so big, all the falsehoods projected. With tear-stained cheeks and bloodshot eyes, he silenced till death while he silently dies. In constant confusion, though the skies would seem clear, his is stormy weather, rain, thunder, lightning, the strong winds only he can hear.
Give it up again for Angel. Repeat version right here. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep the energy up. I have Mr. Edward Wendell, who usually blesses us with these great stories, but I'm anticipating hopefully some great poetry tonight. All right, so let's give it up again for Mr. Ed Wendell.
Thanks to Aisha and all the great folks here at NEARS for giving us this forum. And it's been very, wow, this is a good echo, isn't it? And now, batting for the Yankees. All right. This is something I wrote, inspired by all the folks here who've been coming up here and gracing us with their poetry, so I dedicate this all to you. This is called About Time. We turn the page, and she's looking ahead at a parade, waving a flag. 3 years old, maybe 4. She's impossible young. Hold on. All right.
Okay.
What happens when we get old? She's impossible young and happy and small. The clipping is worn and slightly torn, cut from the paper it appeared in on the day it came out, in September 36, and pasted in her scrapbook for safekeeping. 3 years later, her father would die, fell off a trolley, and busted his skull. 6 years after, she'd lose her dear mother, who was not well equipped for life in a cold water flat. Pneumonia took her away. The girl in our picture would soon lose her brother in a war overseas, went up in a plane and never came down, no body to bury, no grave to mourn over. Our little girl would fall in love, get married, and soon be with child. But her womb was corrupt and she miscarried twice. And when she did give birth, the baby, a girl, her daughter, lived but a month. Her husband died young, leaving for work one day, leaving her, never coming home. Alone she lived for many years, the television her only company. In her final years, her body betrayed her. Her blood poisoned with cancer, every single moment a painful one. And when she died, at 80 years old, her last final conscious thought was this: about time. But in our scrapbook, she's forever 3 years old, maybe 4, impossibly young and happy and small, smiling and looking ahead, completely unaware of everything that is waiting for her. And so we turn the page and leave her be. Thank you.
All of us, we like to go back to our childhood and remain there. So let's give it up again for Ed and bring him upstairs. So everybody, this is Tongue Threat. NEARS Tavern has a lot of history here. Goodfellas was shot here, Tower Heist. So Ben Stiller was here. It's coming up November 4th. The other Tuesdays, they actually have storytellers, songwriters, and GothamRadio.com. You can kind of see this. It's actually been live streamed right now as well. Friday nights, we have open mic and karaoke. Saturdays, we have bands playing. And Wednesdays, open jam. So that's a little bit of the stuff that's going on. And now we have this great food. So if you want to get something to eat, you can ask Danny. He'll hook it up. Whether it's sweet fries, hamburgers with mushrooms, chicken wings, you name it, he got it. You just tell him. And if you want any drinks, you ask Nancy, okay, the bartender. Now, going back to our tongue threats, the next one coming up to the stage will be a regular here. His name is Thomas Martin. He's a poet, a musician, and a drunk. That's what he Tell me to tell him so. Give it up.
This is a section from something I wrote a while ago. The whole poem is called "A Drum is a Woman," or "The Sea as It Dreams," and so this is the last section. I heard a song, and the rhythm was my heartbeat. Two notes grind over and grind down. Where is God in these notes, if not in the golden distances of ancient ratios, the secret of beauty's face, proportion? Man makes a plan, a mask for the chaos in himself, and looking out, tries to figure how far he must walk to reach the nearest star. Have I wandered so far on my sleeping keel that now only the sky remembers my name? Have I been a scientist all along, seeking knowledge? Did I once pine for love? Did I weep to hear the moon sing? Did I sell my soul for a sip of barley? Open water, and one listens so still for a whisper of beyond. One ghostly voice crying out in exile, a silent hymn to the setting sun. But sun down, and no star to shine the sea's briny side. The heart rings unanswered. Nothing touches, just fumbles. Blind atoms bumping silent shells, adrift time's bound course. Thank you.
Give it up again with a time chorus.